Alright, you guys, today I come to you with my first impression of Servamp, and just by the title alone, that should tell you exactly what this show is going to entail. The title is very self-explanatory, but I'm going to tell you right here, I'm going to continue watching this series because it seems pretty interesting the way they went about it and how they explained what this show is going to entail and who our characters are. And the action seems like pretty decent already for the first episode. Nothing too it's not gonna get crazy as of yet, but so far they're already setting up for what future episodes are going to look like. So of course we start off the episode with a funeral where we have our main character of the series, Mahiro Shirota. From a young age, he lost his mother due to a car accident, and he was being raised by his uncle because nobody else in the family could have took him in. And Mahiro is a simple guy. He lives by the term simple. He believes that if no one else is willing to pick up any task, then he's going to be the guy to do it because he doesn't like troublesome things. And I can't blame him because I can't bother going through a lot of stuff that's going to make me rack my brain and cause me headaches. So what's the point? Just live a simple life and you know, be pretty humble about it at least. So we hear cases where there are so-called slashings as well as so-called vampires where people are losing mounts of blood. They find them with punctures in their necks. And of course, at first, Mahiro doesn't believe that. So we also see where he finds a little black cat, a very cute black cat, and he takes him home to take care of him because no one else is willing to do it. So when he comes home that evening from school, he finds some random person in his house eating ramen and watching television. And the more he investigates, he finds out that this cat is actually indeed the same one that this person that he finds out that this person is indeed his cat. And this cat is actually a vampire. So the way it goes about how he transforms is when there's no sunlight or such, he changes into a human form. When sunlight directly hits him, he changes into his cat form that can't really do much but stay looking cute. So they have a temporary contract for the time being unless Kuro, our vampire of the series, our main vampire of the series, unless he drinks the blood of Mahiro, then their contract will be voided. There will be no more master and servant. So they go out with their friends, and there they are attacked by another vampire who ends up sucking a holy blood out of Mahiro's friend. And from there, Mahiro says, you know, because nobody else is helping. Everybody's rushing in panic and they're scared and there's no one to protect his friends from this maniac vampire. He goes and tries to stop the vampire, even though knowing that he may end up getting killed. And then Kuro comes in and tries to help getting a huge wound. And they explain that if a vampire is to a temporary contract, if a vampire was to suck the blood of their temporary contract holder, then they will become permanent master and servant, other known as servamps. That's their true name, servants, who serves their master, and they get extraordinary powers. And they also stated before that Kuro, for a very long time before he drank the blood of Mahiro, he hadn't drank blood for almost 300 years. So he's been alive for quite some time and he saw some stuff. So Mahiro and now Kuro are together, bonded through a contract through blood, obviously. And Kuro has these amazing powers where he has like these shadowy claws, huge claws that can rip and shred anything that comes in its path. And that's what he does to the vampire. And just before he's about to like finish him off, Mahiro stops him. And I guess all vampires revert back to a simple state, either a cat or a rag doll. And it comes to find out that that was a Servamp as well. And his master was going by the name of Tsubaki. Now he's telling him if he knew he's telling Kuro if he knew Tsubaki, and he said no. And he said that's good because if you do not know Tsubaki wanted to kill you. And the whole point of Tsubaki wanting to kill Kuro is because he did not know him. In other words, if you do not know who Tsubaki is, it doesn't matter who you are or what you are, he will kill you. But here's the thing, what I think about that. I think that's not all there is to it. I think there is something behind the scenes that they will further explain with these two, Kuro and Tsubaki, and why Tsubaki wants to kill Kuro, because it has to have to deal with something in their past, because both of them being, well, at least Kuro being a vampire. I'm not too sure about Tsubaki, if he's a human or he's a vampire or he's both, but something happened in their past, and that's why Tsubaki is sending out his Servamp to go and try and kill him. And now we're going to see many things happen, many situations that's going to happen where Tsubaki is going to, I mean not Tsubaki, Kuro and Mahiro will constantly be targets, and I guess it's all going to be because of Kuro's past and him dealing with various vampires and them trying to solve out that problem. And of course, possibly there may be cases where Mahiro's friends may get involved, or possibly they themselves may end up getting vampires and becoming masters and having servamps as well. I really did enjoy this episode. The opening was so hard, like it was like the minute, I didn't think, because of the animation and the art, and it's very simple, you would have never expected a type of opening like that. Like, it's a really hardcore opening that you can just like rock your head to, and it's like, it's possibly one of, it's going to be up top there for one of my favorite openings for this season, because it's just that amazing. And it's by O Codex. How can you not love O Codex openings or any of their songs? So it was a pretty cool opening. Like I said, the animation and art is very simple. It does get bloody. Expect that, because we're dealing with vampires, so it's going to get bloody in the fights. Just based on this mini fight that we saw in this episode, I expect greater things for later episodes to happen down the road. So I'm pretty glad for that. They're going to be, and it's going to be funny, because there were many funny moments in this episode as well. So it was a pretty decent episode, a pretty good one, and I'm going to continue reviewing and watching this to see what's going to happen and the past of Kuro and how Mahiro is going to be involved in all of this mess. So if you saw the first episode of Servamp, please do tell me what your thoughts were on this. Are you going to continue watching it? Are you not? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? I do know there is a manga to it, so no spoilers, but I do like to hear how do you feel about this episode if you are a manga reader as well. Also, the links are in the description box, so you guys could go click on that. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Peace.